So I'm sure you guys will see this. Matt brought his small-ish truck over here. Look at the size difference. That is sad. I thought I had a big truck. Jesus Christ. Look at this thing. These tires come up to me on here. Unbelievable. So we're gonna get up inside this thing. God. Matt.
Your cute little truck next to it.
I'm super jealous right now, dude.
Look at this.
Oh, God. All right, so there's my...
You got 5.9 in that thing?
Dude, that is so sad.
Cute little baby 5.9.
That is my truck down there.
I got 8.3.
8.3.
You barely can pollute. I can pollute way more than you.
Oh, yeah?
Way more.
You got 3 back seats.
Yep. It's a family car.
I'm sure you guys have, yeah, everybody's seen this.
Take kids to school in it.
Do you really take them to school?
No, I picked them up one day, but I don't take them to school because, like, I'm worried they'll trip when they're getting out and fall 6 feet to the ground with their backpack on. So, like, I help them get up and in whenever we load up because I'm like, if they trip on this and fall, like, they will bust their head open.
Oh yeah, dude. That would be a bad day.
It's called a bobbed 5-ton.
Bobbed
It's
5-ton.
also a crew cab bobbed 5-ton, and then we built a cage so we can drive through anything on it. And then we turned up the fuel so it can blow a lot of black smoke. We put stacks on the back so it blows it straight up in the air and looks like super awesomeness.
I thought I had cool stuff, man. I really did.
Up in there. Brandon, you have cool stuff. You're cool, man.
Dude, I'm not this cool. Hey, can you start it?
Yeah. Y'all like smoke?
No.
Back up a little bit. So that drive can really get a lot of smoke and stuff.
Okay.
I don't want to possibly hit any Camaros.
All right, so Matt's gonna start this thing up. Awesome. Don't run over my truck. You gotta smash my Dodge. God, this thing sounds good.
Did it smoke any?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
It all went in your shop.
Yeah, dude. Not a problem, man.
Yeah, I couldn't put out some soot.
Smells so good. All right, so we're gonna bring Matt back here so he can check out his CUDA update and do a little video. So here we go. So
I see pushing. So I actually only watched half your video that you put up today because then I got busy and I'm gonna watch the rest of it. But I didn't even see what happened in the second half. I saw you start to make bushings. That's all I know.
okay,
I saw you making these things. I didn't see you actually hooking them on the car yet.
okay. Well, they are definitely hooked on now.
Definitely on. That's
So
awesome.
these are the 91 Dodge body mounts.
Cool.
Those are factory body mounts, but they're pro things, so polyurethane. So those things are a little bit more solid. They're not gonna.
Tougher, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a body mount there.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do another one in the back by that spring perch. You see that? We're gonna do 2 more on that side. The front ones are gonna stay where they are.
Cool. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you put a roll cage in this car, you're not going to be welding the roll cage onto the frame because it's all body. So what do you do?
I'll show you.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna use this area right here, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so underneath, you got that frame, that piece of frame.
Yep.
All right, that
So you're
makes
going to go to that frame.
Right, so
that's gonna be
it's actually gonna go straight to that body mount.
That makes sense, yeah.
All right, so what happens is your roll bar comes down.
Yep.
All right, and then when it comes down to here, it'll have a plate, a big thick plate.
Gotcha.
And it'll have bolts in it. Okay, so 4 grade 8 bolts.
Yep.
And on the bottom side of that plate, that will be welded to
that 1x3 or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So,
This looks good.
so basically, if you want to take the body off, you can also,
The cage comes with it.
yeah, you just have to unbolt it, but it'll be welded to the car itself.
Sweet. Perfect. That's what
And then, yeah, the same thing up front. It'll go forward. It'll go forward and then come all the way up to here.
Ideally, I'll never have to take this body off, but
No, you should never have to take
that
that.
would suck.
Never.
That means something bad happened.
Yeah.
That means I rolled it or something.
What we're gonna do, this is the cut.
Nice.
All right, so it's gonna be cut here and then straight forward, back and all around. So then this piece right here is gonna stay exactly where it is. And then it's just gonna slide forward. These are even.
So the vent stays where it is?
The vent stays right where it is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because we don't wanna get too much room in between here and the door because then it starts looking
Look
weird.
weird, yeah.
So then it's gonna slide forward on these two lines and it should only slide forward about 5 inches.
Cool.
So then you'll have a patch going down here,
Yep.
one here, and just one here. And then the wheel well is just gonna get a little bit wider, but that's about it.
Cool.
So that's what's being marked out right now. This is what's important right now, though.
Oh, that's cool. I know what that is.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
So we gotta figure that out. But before that happens,
You use Zero boxes on. Oh no, that's actually a K&N filter box or something.
it's the best, man. Unfortunately, it's not Cheerios. Cheerios makes the best. The dually fender, it all is gonna go off of this front wheel.
Cool.
Okay, so we have to figure out where this wheel's gonna sit, as you know, in relation to the outside of the fender, so that when we do the back, that dually fender needs to sit right where this one sits on the tire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got to decide how far in you want that rim to go.
Oh no. And more. It's a lot of decisions.
It is. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want the wheel to go in, then we have to take this hub off.
Dually thing off. Yeah.
And I think that this will probably,
Oh yeah, because that's not sunken in there.
no, maybe this will end up on that hub.
Yep.
Since this is a dually axle and not a 3/4 ton axle, I don't know how that works. So I think that no matter what, it'll fit around the rim, you see?
Yep.
There's
Looks like
plenty of room in there. And the other thing is, I think we're gonna have to lift this thing a little bit more.
You think?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because how else are you gonna fit 52-inch tires on this thing? I'm sorry, 54s.
Someday we might need some 54s on this thing.
I don't know, that'd be pretty cool though.
It would be sweet.
Can you imagine? It'd be a little brother of your big truck.
It'd be hard to do a burnout in that.
Yeah. So we are gonna do a small cage under here. It won't drop more than probably right about here.
Yep.
And the reason for that is just in case you ever want to run giant coilovers,
You might want to do.
then we can do a triangulated 4-link suspension and all that in here.
So is for that cage down there, is there any reason to do it now if we use this stock suspension?
Yes, and the reason is because we can put traction bars from the axle to it.
Okay.
And it will also be the same mounting point for when we do 4-link.
Okay.
So it will already be there. We don't have to do that. Like, we can completely do away with that for right now until later on.
For stages, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, until later on if you wanted.
Man, we want bigger than 39-inch tires on this thing. We need to jack it up. I don't know. Just a thought.
And you can, I mean, this thing will go as tall as you want it. I mean, it'll go stupid tall.
I love it.
So the tires are pushed in as far as they're gonna go. We need that space between the frame and the tire because of flex and all that.
Yep. Oh, I didn't tell you I wanted a 4-wheel steer. So I need these dually tires to be able to steer.
Oh, good God.
All right, you take care of that this weekend?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'll get that. I'll get that. No problem. Man, you know what? Actually,
No,
okay,
don't.
okay.
No, we're not making rear steer on a dually.
all right.
On a CUDA.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying it'd be pretty cool though. Got to decide where that front tire is going because that'll determine how big this dually fender is.
Where can it go?
They can go anywhere you want, honestly.
That sticking out this much looks good.
It really does.
Half the tire sticking out, like it looks beefy.
It really does. Well, Matt's out. Thanks for coming by, dude.
No problem. See ya.
All right. Oh, whatever. No, you're not gonna clear.
Not going to.
Oh, God. Damn it. Well, so that was pretty cool. We love it when Matt stops by. But I'm gonna have to get me a 5 ton. No, you know what? I'm gonna make it a 6.5 ton. Just to be a little bit better. All right, for those of you who have made it to the end of this video, I'm gonna show you something really quick. On the next video, well, hopefully the next video coming up, I want to do a welding video. So in the comments, you know, a lot of people are wanting to know or want me to do a video on welding. Well, it's kind of weird for me to do a video on welding since I'm not a teacher. But I have shown plenty of people how to weld just because they're curious about it. And I bring them in here and give them the welding gun, a helmet, gloves, and just say go for it. So giving it a couple tips on what to do, how to do a bead, how to stack dimes, you know, do spot welds, and all that. So this is kind of what we'll be looking at in the next video coming up. I just did these really quick so that you guys can see what we'll be looking at. So the differences in all these welds here, well, there's a lot of differences. So in this first one, this is very thick wire. It's a 0.035 wire. So it's made for thick metal like this. And, you know, welding frames and stuff, that's what we use it for. That's just spot weld after spot weld, spot, tack, whatever you want to call it. Then you have just a continuous bead, which this is definitely a lot better and better for strength because this penetrates deeper into the metal. These are both 035 wire. 3.5 wire is this one. It's a thick wire. 023 is thinner. So we use two different wires here. This one's made for sheet metal. This one's made for thick materials like frame or brackets, you know, heavy stuff. If we're putting a load on it, like suspension, you know, we're building brackets and whatnot, then that's what we're gonna use, is that thicker wire. This one is your 023 wire. 2.3, 2.5. This thicker stuff can be 030, 035. So that's what that is. So this would be beads and then a continuous roll, continuous bead. And then these two right here are for sheet metal. And then I'll also be getting into aluminum. We'll be going over that. This is actually for that purple Charger, that chopped car. This is an overflow tank, and it's got little things like this where we're gonna actually tap into this and put a bung in it. It's got 2 of those. But on this one, on this piece, the welds needed to be fairly nice because we're not grinding it down and all that. So I learned how to TIG on aluminum. I still don't know how to do stainless too well when it comes to TIG. So that process I'm still getting into as far as the TIGging the stainless. Like I said, I can do aluminum. We've made gas tanks and air boxes and all that stuff. So we're gonna go through a video on that too at the same time in the welding video. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.